What's going on? Trip Kramer here from tripadvice.com. On today's video, I'm just doing a rapid fire of a bunch of questions that came in through my Instagram. So on Instagram, every once in a while, I have people do a Q&A where I can just answer their questions and give them quick answers for it. So we're going to go through a bunch of those right now. If you don't follow me on Instagram, what are you doing, man? Go over there. You can even DM me. I respond to pretty much every single DM. So hit me up, TripAdvice. I'll put a link in the description down below. All right, let's get to some Q&A. First question, how to be good at texting? Okay, so in a quick answer, how to be good at texting, you actually don't ever want to be good at texting or be able to create a skill out of texting. Texting just needs to be used as a logistical tool. So texting is best used when you're asking her to meet up with you and you're trying to get her on a date. The reason why you don't want to be texting otherwise or doing too much texting otherwise is just because there's a lot of room for error. People read text messages in their own voice. So if you say something and she's reading it in her own voice, and you didn't mean it in the way that it was perceived, like you're trying to flirt with her or tease her or whatever, it could turn her off and then you can get her unattracted to you. So we don't want that. So how to be good at texting? Only use it as a means of meeting up. Next person asked, what stories to tell if you don't have any? So I think what this person means is if you're on a date or talking to someone and you tell stories, you talk about your life, what do you do if you don't have any stories to tell? My simple answer, start creating stories in your life, right? It's like get more active. I don't think there's a hack here unless you want to just lie, but you should be doing things with your life to create more stories. You should be going on more adventures, being more spontaneous, doing more travel, saying yes to more things, trying things that you never tried before. Get active and engage in your life in a way that can eventually create those stories. That's what I did. I have a ton of stories, all because I was more adventurous and said yes to a lot of things and tried to get outside of my comfort zone. I think that's a key there too. Really, it all starts with getting outside of your comfort zone. The things that you do that scare you the most are usually going to turn into fun stories. Next question, where to find girls in small town and how to approach them? Okay, so I get a lot of guys who live in small towns. What are you supposed to do? I know there's no easy answer for this, but the next best answer that I've been able to solve for most people, especially guys who are in the TripAdvice coaching program, who join the program and we give them homework to approach, and then lo and behold, they live in a small town. What do? They got to drive, and you should drive to the next nearest town. So I want you to drive upwards of an hour to the next town that's closest to you where there are more people to meet. Where are there more people you can even meet through online dating? I think a lot of guys underestimate what they're able to do. You probably think an hour is far away to drive, but really that's nothing. I mean, I'll tell you, back in my day, I was driving at least an hour when I was living outside of Hollywood to go and approach and talk to more women. So you should absolutely use that. It's an hour, big deal. You drive, you go there. Now, if you're like, I don't have a town even near me that's even like close as an hour and a half away, what am I supposed to do? Honestly, I don't have a magic answer for you. If dating and meeting women is a priority for you, then you might want to prioritize living in a bigger city and moving. No one can magically just put women there in your city. I'd also say, hopefully in your small town, as much as you can, utilize any events or anything going on so you have more options to meet women rather than just doing it online. Next question, how to approach a girl appropriately when we find them attractive? My best line, my favorite line, you say, hey, 2 seconds, I wanted to come and meet you. Does your coaching program really work? Yes, of course it works. We have transformed thousands of guys in the past 10 years. We have taken them from either virgins or super unconfident or divorcees who are ready to meet a great woman. And we've just turned these guys into rock stars. It happens every single day. Our coaching staff is working with all these guys to make it so that they have a dating life that is completely turned around. So if you need help with that, go to the link in the bio, tripadvicecoaching.com. Can you get out of the friend zone? Quick answer is rarely. I would rather focus on avoiding the friend zone than focus on the strategy to get out of the friend zone, because it is so rare that you're going to be able to do so, because a woman, once she sees you as a friend, it's hard to make that jump to love her. Try to work on never getting into it rather than avoiding it. What are the qualities women find attractive in a man? I would say decisive, assertive, confident, effective, mentally strong. What is a good method of knowing if you're acting like a simp? How can I see through the fog? If you're doing things to convince her that you are the prize instead of being the prize, that's how you know you're being a simp. You're trying to trade something to get sex from her instead of being a guy that she already wants to have sex with. What if she's losing interest? How do you get her back? You don't. You want to move on because you want to be with a woman who wants to be with you. How to read a room to know if a woman is interested in you. So I'll say here, instead of learning the skill of reading a room, learn the skill of going over and talking to a woman that you're interested in. You'll never know 100% if a woman wants to talk to you or not. And there can be women out there who you see who look like they are in the worst mood. They don't want to be talked to. And then all of a sudden you go and approach them and they just open up. That would have been a woman who you would have read as someone who didn't want to talk to anybody, but you missed your chance. So stop reading the room and start learning how to go over and just approach them. Is nice guys finish last a valid statement? Well, I like to say this. Nice guys never finish at all. What I mean is, if you are a guy who's your typical nice guy, who's a pushover, unopinionated, just does things to get people to like them or try to get attention, you are just never going to be able to really attract the kind of woman you want because you're utilizing the niceness as a method of attraction. When niceness is a commodity, that's not what women are really attracted to. They like it when you're nice, but they're not attracted to the niceness portion of who you are. They're attracted to what I said earlier, the decisiveness, being assertive, being confident, being someone who's effective. That's more important. Would you say approaching in a grocery store is harder than a bar would about a coffee shop? Interesting question. Try not to compare. I don't know. That's kind of a personal question. Maybe someone has a harder time doing it in certain places, but instead of comparing or trying to figure out where it's harder, where it's easier, you should just be going out there and starting conversations. All right, last one. This is a good one. Thoughts on approaching girls with headphones in. Okay, if a girl's wearing headphones, you should not let that stop you from going over and talking to them. Basically, what you're saying to yourself is, oh, she's got headphones in, so therefore I'm gonna let another great woman walk away when this could have been your next girlfriend. So you're letting headphones get in the way? No, no more. If a girl's wearing headphones, you just go up to her and you stop her and you say, hey, excuse me, 2 seconds, and you make a little signal with your hand to pull out the headphones with a little bit of a smile on your face. She'll get the hint, and then you can start the conversation. Hope that all helps. Check out the coaching program if you need help, and follow me on Instagram and say hello, where I'll be doing more Q&As.